This incredibly engaging game had everyone in our youth ministry on the edge of their seats. For reals. Today I want to tell you about a game that we played. I learned it at a camp I just spoke at in Idlewild, California. And it was awesome. It was the kind of game that you just go, I've got to do that. And I can do that. Super simple. I didn't have to put together a whole bunch of things. I didn't need to go out and buy a bunch of supplies. Super simple game that honestly, I was so fully invested in, and I told the camp director, I told the guy who was running the camp, I said, I was so invested in that game. I wanted to be part of it. I was like waiting for the moment for there to be a person to declare the game is over. Now, they didn't give it a name, but I'm going to call it Fill It or Spill It. And this game, I'm telling you, it's just so good. Let me explain. It's like I said, it's super simple. Now, for the setup, what you want to do is you want to have a space that it's okay to get a little wet. So if you have you want to have a table out. If you want to put like plastic on your table, or we used a bowl, and then inside the bowl we put a plastic see-through cup. You can use a glass or whatever. But the concept, here's the concept of the game. You take a bottle of water and you pour it into the cup without spilling it. And when you're done, you've filled it to the place that you want to fill it to. You hand it to the person behind you. Now, I recommend you don't put the bottle on the table. Make sure the table is free of like being able to be knocked over or whatever. Because you put it on the table, that could shake it, and just like this, and it could potentially spill the water. The object is to pour some water into this cup without spilling it, without the water spilling over the top of the glass. So you pour as much as you want, you hand it to the next person, then you go to the back of the line. And then the next person pours as much or as little as they want, hand it to the next person, they go back to the back of the line. When it's their turn again, they do the same thing. It keeps happening over and over until somebody spills the water over the edge. Now, that may not seem like it's really engaging, right? It may not seem like that, like, doesn't sound like a fun game. But watch some of these video clips. I'm telling you, it is so good. Now, I want to pause for just a second and say, if you want to become like a game master, you want to become the best game leader, or you want to equip your leaders to be, in students for that matter, to be great game leaders, I've got a free ebook and a companion bonus audiobook to go with it on games. I'll tell you why I think you should do games in ministry, in youth ministry. A bunch of low prep, no prep games that are included in there, and then 15 best practices for making your games awesome. So that's in the link description below. I'd love for you to just click that and add it into your list. Totally free. Totally free. Now, back to the game. So they can pour as much or as little as they want into this glass. Now, the idea is, even if it's just a drop, like they just pour a little drop, it goes in, that counts, then they can go back. Now, what's funny is to watch them pouring just that little drop. They're trying to get just a drop, and sometimes it goes a little too far and a whole bunch goes in. But then, I'm telling you, it's just science. Like, I can't understand it. I don't know if it's viscosity or whatever the word is, that water, I should probably look it up. I'll put it right there on the screen. That idea that water, you know, like if you wax your car and you live in a place where it rains and you can see it beat up, it's that same idea. So it comes above the glass, above the rim, and they just keep pouring it. And they can actually, you can see them pouring several times, and it doesn't spill. But the moment it spills, that's when the game is over. And why it was so engaging, why I said I was so invested into it, because I'm just like, I couldn't believe that there was another drop that it could still not spill. And every time we got closer and closer, everybody would be like, no, whoa, I can't believe they made it through. Until that final. Now, the way we did it at camp, and actually I stole this idea as well, is everybody but the person who spilled the water got a chance at the impossible shot. Now, if you want to know more about the impossible shot, you can click on the video link at the end of the video, and you can go straight to the impossible shot video. That is an incredible way to get your students to invite their friends to come to your ministry, to be part of what's going on. But that's that video I did recently. This game, I'm telling you, I promise you, it will work. It will work. You will win with this game. Your students will win with this game. The only downside is there's just one student who doesn't win, and that's a bummer. If you want to switch it around to become do it several times, I think that might make it too long. But it is, I'm telling you, it's just pure fun, and it's engaging, and students are going to love it. Your leaders are going to love it, and it's Instagrammable as well. So take this game. Let me know how it goes. I would love it in the comments if you'd share with me how it goes. Like, watch this thing, come back and click on a comment. We did this game and it was great. It killed it, whatever. Also, if this video is like encouraging, it's helpful, these videos, any of these, would you click that share button and send it, text it, message it, whatever, to somebody that you think could benefit from this? I would really love that. We're putting out new content every single Tuesday. It arrives at noon Pacific Standard Time. And sometimes, occasionally, we'll put out a bonus video. But kind of like a TV show, it's coming every week. You can go through, if you're just new today, you can go binge watch all of the videos. We got games, we talk about leadership, we talk about volunteers, we talk about parents, all of that stuff. Those are the kind of things on the Practical Youth Ministry Tips podcast that we are doing and talking about. So would love it if you'd share it, and we will catch you next week. See ya!